I'm Chase Williams, and as you know, this is the Chase Show. Alright, this week we've been chasing down a very famous author. You may know some of her books, the Red King series, and so without further ado, let's introduce Ginny Nemo.
Hey y'all! Hi y'all!
Hey.
Hi!
It's great to have you here.
Yeah, I know. Alright.
Alright, so would you like to start off by telling us a little bit about these books?
Okay, well, as you know by the title, the main character is Charlie Bone, and he's just a little boy, and Charlie Boy is of 9 years of age, and he lives with his mother and his uncle and his grandma, and pretty much he goes to an academy and finds he has powers.
Oh, really?
That's pretty much the story.
What exactly is his power? Could you tell us that?
Well, his power is that he can, like, see into pictures.
Oh, really?
And I mean, it's kind of complex. A bunch of the characters in the stories have them, but he can pretty much see into pictures and see what happened then.
Alright, well, today we're specifically talking about Midnight for Charlie Bone. This is the first book in the Red King series, and this is the book where it all starts, right?
Yes.
He basically just has learned his powers.
Yes.
And, yeah, so he can look into photographs, and could you tell us, like, any neat scenes maybe from the movie? Or from the book?
Well, there's a really neat scene that I thought, if it was made into a movie, it could be fantastic.
And are you making a movie?
I'm hoping to. I want to sell the rights, but I don't know when it's going to happen. But, like I said in the beginning, he has an uncle in the story, and his name is Uncle Patton. And he, too, has a power.
Oh, and what is that?
Okay, he can bust light bulbs.
Really?
Yes, he can bust light bulbs. So, one of the scenes in the book is he goes to the big academy where Charlie goes to school, and he starts busting all the light bulbs in the school.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I think that would be an awesome scene.
So is he the bad guy?
No, he's not the bad guy. Really the bad guy is the owner of the academy and the kind of the headmaster of the academy.
Oh, so you're talking about Bloor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And his son, Manfred, and his friend Asia, which are kind of the bad guys with powers in the story.
And what are Manfred and Asia's powers?
Well, Manfred Bloor is kind of like a hypnotist. He can kind of go into people's minds and make them do things. And Asia is kind of a mysterious power. He can kind of just turn into some creature at night, but it never really explains what type of creature it is.
Okay. On the cover, of course, you can see, I'm guessing that's Dr. Bloor in the background, and then there's Charlie. And what are these 3 cats?
Okay, the 3 cats in the story, there's a mysterious man that Charlie meets throughout the story. And he always comes in and helps Charlie in some way. And he has 3 cats, and they're kind of like fire. They appear out of nowhere and then vanish. And it just kind of adds to the mystery of the story.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm sure you've heard this before, but a lot of people have thought that you have derived some of your ideas from the Harry Potter series. And some people think the characters are similar. Calm down. And the setting of an academy or a school, as in Harry Potter, are kind of similar. What do you have to say about that?
Don't ever say that! My story is nothing like Harry Potter. It is 10 times better.
Okay, could you tell me some of the differences?
Well, in my story, they have certain powers, kind of like the X-Men, and they don't just kind of twirl wands and make things happen. So it's a lot more detailed. And it's an academy, not a far-off school. It's an academy that people know about. So it's not really as magical as what could happen in real life.
And do the people know about the, like, endowed children in your books?
I really think that some of them do, but they're the people that kind of head up the academy and know what's going on. But to the outside world, it's just a private school.
So they're kind of mysterious.
Yes, I think they kind of hide the fact that they're all endowed or have gifts and powers by just making it a fancy school that no one really likes to go to. So.
Alright, so we've already heard about some of his enemies.
Yes.
And does he have any friends really at the school, or is he kind of a loner?
Well, I mean, he has a bunch of friends, and they're all like him. They kind of have out there powers, and they're kind of the unpopular ones. One of them is a kind of pushed around boy that ends up actually kind of betraying him in the story. His name's Benjamin. He's he's a neighbor, and he has some other friends like Olivia, and she's just a girl that goes to the school. And they're all just kind of have their own individual powers that they kind of use to help him in the end of the story.
That's cool. Alright, we'll be right back after these short messages.
Are you tired of or do you suck at basketball? Ooh, not a very good shot, Chase. You may also stink at other sports like football. Ooh, well, I'm not going to be happy about that one, Chase. Well, let me introduce you to the exciting world of airsoft. Yeah! With airsoft guns, you can shoot at birds. You can also shoot at your family dogs. Or even at the cameraman who's making this movie. You can find airsoft guns at your nearest outdoor store.
Welcome back. I'm Chase Williams, as you know, and this is the Chase Show. And today we're here with Ginny Nemo, who is telling us about Midnight for Charlie Bone and the Red King series. So, do you want to give us give away any information on the plot of Midnight for Charlie Bone?
Okay, well, as you know, and in case you viewers are coming in late, Midnight for Charlie Bone is about a boy, Charlie Bone, who discovers he has powers, where he can touch photographs and see into them and see when they were taken and see what happened. So he goes to a school called Bloor Academy and finds other people with gifts. And really, the final plot of it is him using his powers to battle Manfred Bloor, which is the son of Bloor, the Academy owner. And he's pretty much trying to save this girl named Emma Tolley, who Manfred has used his mind control to hold her and kind of keep her trapped. And I don't know why, he just kind of sees this, or finds out about this girl and wants to help her. So he pretty much is trying this whole time to discover Emma Tolley, what's her story, and at the same time trying to figure out what happened to his father, because he died tragically, and that's pretty much the main plot of the story. So.
Well, I mean, I've already read the book, of course, and which I loved, and I've noticed that Charlie really is just a natural-born leader, and he is a natural hero too, and just for no reason wants to save this girl.
Yeah.
And
I think he just does it because he's never quite had many friends, since he's such an outcast and he has powers which are abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets to the academy and he's having this adventure and he gets all these new friends. And I think that really brings out his leadership and his true attitude toward life once he actually gets some friends.
yeah. Okay, so what is the plot of this series as a whole?
Well, this series as a whole is pretty much like any other story, a battle between good and evil, this time represented between the endowed children. Some decide to go on the good team, good side, some decide to go on the bad side, just like any other story. And in this story, they fluctuate between each book, and that just provides a whole different story for each book. Because one side will be the good people having most of the people,
mm-hmm.
and then the bad trying to come up, and then it's the exact opposite in the next book. So each book is a lot different than the book before it.
Well, I have to say, thank you for being on the show. You've sure done well with these books. I mean, you sold millions of copies, and you already have 6 books out. And how many more are you releasing?
I'm not sure yet, but you can pretty much go on for as long as I can keep writing, so I hope I can write more.
Alright, well, thank you for being on the show. been Chase Williams on the Chase Show, and we've just had Jenny Nemo here, and tomorrow morning we will have a man who has suffered a rare disease that has turned his poo green. So, stay tuned.